welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Gay Golden Girls are gone for good. We recently received the gut-punching news that Midcentury Modern will not return to Hulu for a second season. Across the interwebs, there is weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. A lightning in a bottle cast with 3 out gay actors, including heartthrob Matt Bomer and Broadway legend Nathan Lane. And finally, a Golden Girls remake that works. Hot in Cleveland was close, but then it had an OG Golden Girl. Plus, an instantly loyal fan base, and you'd think you had the recipe for a long, successful run. But once again, the streaming gods betray us and punish us for unknown sins. Midcentury Modern is no more. Linda Lavin's death before last season ended, which they handled brilliantly, was undoubtedly a blow to the cast and producers, but grieving the loss could have been part of season 2. The sister growing into the curmudgeonly matriarchal role might have been a possibility. Lane himself becoming the new Ma would also be something to consider. Rhea Perlman, the mother's BFF, could have stepped into the motherly role, or a before unmentioned aunt from New Jersey could pop up. Lavin's death did not have to mean the death of the show, as marvelous as she was. While the woulda, coulda, shouldas might give us something to pour our regret into, at the end of the day, grief leads to acceptance, and we'll get there. But Christ on the cross, we will miss our gay Golden Girls. It was perfect. It was amazing. I've watched it 3 times already. Now I got to watch it once a week for the rest of my life just to get knowledge. It was amazing. And yes, Linda Lavin was a huge part of that, but she was working on 80 to start with. She was not going to be there forever. I mean, I don't know. Betty White made it to almost 100. She might have been, but she's not. She's gone. Sad. We weep. She was amazing. We could have worked with it. This was an amazing cast, amazing producers, amazing directors. I mean, the creators of Will and Grace were behind this. A world famous, his name escapes me right now, but an amazing director was part of it. This amazing cast. They could have worked it out. They could have worked it out, and I wish they'd tried. I know these things are expensive. I know you gamble on what the public wants. I know everything is changing all the time. But really not even a second season. I wish they'd sort of pre-recorded 5 or 6 so we'd at least have that.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. And, you know, wishes, wishes, wishes. You know, if this thing was that, and if, you know, if wishes were horses, beggars could ride. If bullfrogs could carry handguns, they wouldn't be scared of rattlesnakes. But this is what it is. This is what it is. And we're all sad. But at least it did happen. And it's there for all posterity, and it's there. It's got a legacy that will last forever. It really did deserve another season or 2, though.
Ooh, can I start a conspiracy theory?
What?
Hulu is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Disney is in trouble with the right, and sometimes they look at that and say, you know what? If we take this away, only the queers will be upset. So maybe
There's a
we
lot
can
of us.
pull this away,
Yeah,
and nobody will notice. Well, damn it, I noticed. That was one of my favorite shows. My husband and I, when it first came out, we're looking at it, and immediately the opening graphics was reminiscent of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and everything that you saw was reminiscent of the Golden Girls. It was the same kind of layout, the same kind of conversations, the same chemistry.
Yes,
Yeah.
It just worked.
Yes.
Everything worked, and you say goodbye after a season?
And
what
so,
the hell?
And it was very DEI, which probably is another problem.
Oh, well, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And there was Jewish and non-Jewish, there was gay and straight, there were men and women, there were all age groups, there were,
It was perfect.
Yeah.
but there's a whole power sorcerer out there that hates perfect.
Yeah, how about that? So anyway, I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, I will miss it too. I actually started watching it because Linda Lavin, loved her, just loved her. She was so good. And Nathan Lane. Just about anything that Nathan Lane was in, I would check that out. And I watched this, and it was fabulous. And Amy, come here. We got to watch this. We got to watch this. And we watched the whole season, I think, in like a day or something like that. Just loved it. Really disappointed that they pulled the plug on that.
Jeez.
Well, in my household, I'm often accused of watching gay shows that are on the B or the C list.
Oh.
And so we didn't watch this right off the bat because someone thought that was a B or C.
Because he wanted to. And so I'm like, oh, well, this show cost $600.
And after the first episode, I couldn't get the remote control away. So, but no, fabulous show. It will be missed. I hope it becomes one of those iconic series that we continue to watch over, like the Golden Girls. I will still flip on occasionally to an episode of the Golden Girls, and it is as if it's happening still right now.
Yeah, it is.
And there's only very few shows that are like that. And I think this will become one of those types of shows that will live on. And certainly for the LGBT, the queer community, it ranks right up there with Queer as Folks, because that was a part of the authors, or the L Word, or 6 Feet Under. I mean, it has that kind of queerness to it that 15 years from now, it will still be as good.
It'll be a conversation point, won't it? Yeah.
Definitely worth more than one. They, of course, we are really good here about seeing and finding spirituality in everything. But this was easy to do. I mean, they dealt with grief. They dealt with aging. They dealt with youth-obsessed gay culture, men in that culture aging and dating and still needing love and how they found it or didn't. And it was sociologically, it was theologically, it was morally. There was a gay Mormon who was out, and then he helped another Mormon come out. So there was religion. It was everything. I mean, it was. If they'd had 3 or 4 seasons, we could have made a religious education series out of it. We may do it with the 10 episodes. Even so, it was really that good and that important. This was a bad call. In my opinion, and I hadn't thought about it, but it probably is bowing to the most oppressive and least enlightened forces of our time right now. And that's why we have to speak even louder.
Yes.
Be even more obnoxious if they think we're obnoxious. Because they are intimidating so many people into pulling back. We've got to step it up. We've got to find our courage and just be that squeaky mouse that they can't shut up.
Absolutely.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, I want to invite you to check out the Performing Arts series. Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts has great acts lined up for 2025 and 2026. Season, here is the taste of what is coming up.
Golden Ghouls, picture it. Halloween 2025 will be on our stage one night only, October 25th.
Then, on November 7th, we welcome back Miss Coco Peru in Fuck This Shit. If this show is like her other tours de force, there will be storytelling, laughs, singing, and a moral to tie up the evening. Or maybe this one is entirely different. You'll have to come to the show to know for sure. But you already know it's going to be one of the best nights of comedy and drag artistry you will have enjoyed all year.
December 7th brings Matthew Darren's annual holiday Fantasia. Always amazing, and this year it will again be co-hosted by Varla Jean Merman.
And in 2026, there are already some great shows lined up, such as Selections from Pearly, a musical based on the play Pearly Victorious by Ossie Davis, on February the 7th. For more information about these shows and others, and to secure your tickets, go to sunshinecathedral.org/arts, and also be sure to check out the Cathedral Pub.
Please like and share this episode on your social media, and look for Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram.
You can also like our individual pages on Facebook. Remember to visit sunshinecathedral.org frequently. There you will find Bishop Talk, where Bishop Darrell and I interview queer religious leaders, activists, and scholars.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together, and also remember, you are God's miracle and not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.